What's up, YouTube? Hustling 101 back again with another one. You've seen the thumbnail and the title. Let's get into it. How did I hold my life together and keep my fentanyl addiction really from anybody knowing? There was only a couple of people that knew about my fentanyl addiction when I was going through it, and it was my girlfriend and another girl that I had been messing with. We're not going to get into them, but those were the only two people that really knew, and maybe a couple other people. But my job had no idea. My job had no idea that I was a full blown fentanyl addict because the way it started was it was a weekend thing and it slowly progressed into something that I would do during the week. And honestly, looking back, I don't even understand how I hit it as well as I did. But a big factor that came into me hiding it so well was money, being able to afford to still maintain my lifestyle while being a fentanyl addict. So I was going through a lot of stuff behind the scenes nobody knew about. You know, if you worked with me at my last job, you know, McKee Foods, you probably don't even know. You probably don't even know. It's kind of funny, you know, but it's all out in the air now, so I can talk about it. I did end up losing that job due to the fentanyl addiction, but the way I lost the job, it wasn't that somebody found out and they went and told on me and drug tested me. I had left one night actually. I was on third shift. I had left one night to go get a pill. You know, I was doing the pressed blue M30 fentanyl pills. That's what I was mainly doing. I messed with the powder every now and again, but I left on my break one day to go get this pill. I was withdrawing. I had to run home and get it and come back. Now on the way back, I got pulled over. Had drugs on me. I was high. You know what I'm saying? So the cop that pulled me over, he was one of these, you know, GI Joe cops, like you ain't getting nothing by him, type of cop. So he gave me a hard time about it. Ended up going to jail over it while I was on break at work. I had to tell my job. I ended up losing my job over that. That's how that went. Now, after I lost my job, the addiction really went full blown. But we don't really got to get too much into that. Uh, I really want to give people advice that if you're going to work or if you've got your life together and the drug hasn't completely ruined everything for you yet, this is for you. This is for you. Even, you know, people that want to be educated on the matter. Not everybody that is addicted to something like fentanyl, you're going to be able to tell. I was a perfect example of that. I was still going to the gym. I was still paying my bills. I was still living a pretty normal lifestyle while I was addicted to fentanyl. And if you're in that type of a situation, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you need to figure out how to get out of that before you end up like me and lose everything. So here are some tips for you. If you have PTO, you can take a week or two off of work, go through the withdrawals, come back to work. You're still not going to be feeling 100%, but you'll be feeling better enough to at least go back to work and be done with it. Don't go back. It's going to be a struggle. Tip number two would be maybe go to an MAT clinic. If you got insurance, you know, you can, I think you can do this stuff online now. The Suboxone clinics, the methadone, medication assisted treatment. You know what I'm saying? You can go talk to a clinic and see about getting put on medication assisted treatment to at least help you off of the drugs. And if you was to fail a drug test, I don't know how the drug tests work for MAT, but at least it's a prescription coming from a doctor. You're not going to lose your job over it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have prescriptions, medical paperwork on the medication that you're taking. You're not going to lose your job over it. You will, however, lose your job if you fail a test for fentanyl or other opiates, stuff that you don't have a prescription for. Now, my third tip would be I don't know if you know anything about Kratom. Kratom was a big help to me. So, first, you need to figure out if Kratom is legal in your state. You could also use Kratom to wean yourself off. Now, if you take the Kratom route, you're still going to go through some withdrawals. It's not going to take the withdrawals away. Don't expect it to, but it can at least help you enough to where you can get through the withdrawal and still work. You know what I'm saying? You can take that route. Now, the warning that I'm going to give you about the Kratom is that Kratom's addictive. It is addictive. You need to understand that. Don't listen to these people that tell you it's not addictive, that there's no negatives to it. There's negatives to it. It's addictive. There's people that become kratom junkies, like straight up. I saw myself getting there, which is why I'm going to, giving you these warnings about kratom. But it's almost like medication assisted treatment that you don't need a doctor for, and you're not going to fail a drug test for kratom. It can help you. It can help you. I would advise using kratom for, the first couple of weeks to make it past the worst of the withdrawal, then taper off the kratom and be done with it. That's a way you can get off the shit without having to miss work and do all that. Like I said, it's still going to be uncomfortable, but it's a way to get through it without having to miss work and do all that. But my biggest piece of advice is look at it like this. You've still got your life together. You've still got your life together. You have options here. Don't continue taking this shit. What's going to happen is you could end up dying, for one. You could end up dying. People are overdosing left and right on fentanyl. And now they're starting to mix xylazine with this stuff, making it even more dangerous. These drugs are getting just more and more dangerous. So the benefit of quitting is you're probably not going to die if you quit. You know what I'm saying? Very high chance you could die. You're not going to lose your job and lose everything that you've worked so hard to gain. Because honestly, what you are right now is you're a functioning addict. There's a difference. There's straight up addicts that can't function and can't. I did end up getting to that point, but while I was holding and guys, I had a 6-figure job. I was making right at $100,000 a year at my job. I was doing great. Nobody knew that I was addicted to fentanyl. Nobody knew. I hid it well. I had the money to hide it well. You know what I'm saying? So those are my tips. Those are my tips on the getting out of your addiction while you still have a chance. Don't end up like me, letting it take your job away from you and everything away from you. And then you hit rock bottom and you have to get clean now. You don't have a choice. You end up on the streets. We don't want to get there. Or you don't want to get there. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I had an opportunity to get out of my hometown and move up with family to get away from the drugs, and that really helped me out. But the point of this video is to stop that before you get to that point. We don't want you to get to that point. You don't want to get to that point. You know you don't. So hopefully I can plant a seed in your head that's going to make you go, you know what? Look what happened to this dude. I don't want to end up like that. Let me just go ahead and stop. And guys, you can reach out to me too. You can reach out to me. You can go to my bio on my profile, click the link. You can add me on Instagram, wherever, man. I think I even got my phone number on there. Reach out to me. I can help you. I can help coach you through this stuff. But yeah, if you still got it together, guys, if you're watching this video right now and the situation you're in is similar to the situation I was in, I just want to let you know personally that you need to stop because you're going to lose everything. You're just going to. Drug addiction takes people's lives away from them. Whether it's your actual life, you die, or the life that you've built, it can take it away from you. It can and it will take it away from you. Take my advice, guys. It happened to me. I was living great, which I'm going to get back to that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. I'm the type of person you can't keep me down. As long as I got breath in my body, I'm going to keep going. I'm gonna strive to my goals. I'm gonna reach my goals, and that's just the way it is with me. I don't give up. I don't quit. But I wished I wouldn't have let my drug addiction get to the point where I lost everything. But at the same time, if that wouldn't have happened, I probably wouldn't have started a YouTube channel. I probably wouldn't have got on social media to tell my story and help so many people like I have. So it was a blessing in disguise, but I still had to make that decision to turn it into a blessing in disguise. I had the choice to, hey, I'm going to pursue this social media dream that I have, and now I got a reason to do it. So that's how it worked out for me. And it still hasn't completely worked out. I'm still going through stuff, but it's working out, and I'm going to make it work out. But let's not let you get to the point where you lost everything and you're kicking yourself in the ass because you're like, man, I had it all. I had it all. And this drug addiction took it from me. We don't want you to end up in that situation. I didn't want to end up in that situation. I had a great life. Great life. I was doing it, man. I was the man. I was going to the gym. I was making six figures, 30 years old. I'm 33 now, so I was like 31 whenever this shit really came to a head. But we don't want you to end up like that, man. So reach out to me. Go get some help. I just left you the tips that you can follow to better your life. Don't lose everything to this drug addiction. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know you need to get better. And don't think it can't happen to you, because it can. But anyways, man, that's what it is. Hustling 101, signing out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, signing out.